Had an incredible afternoon yesterday, but we are back in the saddle again this morning. See what movement looks like. We got, if I see a bunch of does, I may shoot a doe, but there is one other buck on all the properties. Like I said, I've been very fortunate. I got several places I can hunt this year, but there is one other buck I really would like to get. And this is where I'm getting his pictures majority of the time. It's a buck I call Little Rig. Everybody in our club is hunting him. He's a stud. He's got like 14 points. He's really tight. He's only like 11 or 12 inches wide, but he's got tons of points, kickers, and all kinds of cool looking stuff. And we've had a lot of history with the deer over the last few years, so it would be great to put an exclamation point on a heck of a 24 hours. But either way, that is just a minute thing. I mean, that is just a small thing. It is a beautiful morning. Literally, it's just perfect. It's still. We could use a little wind, but it's still. And I think the deer should be moving this morning. If anything, they'll probably move. It may move a little later in the morning. I did spook a pretty nice buck that was bedded really close to the stand over here, actually. I don't know what he was doing over there, but it looked like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old 8-pointer. I couldn't tell. I mean, I think I know what deer it was, but it's a little discouraging right away to do that. But I didn't blow him out too bad. He just bounded off over here and eased off, so anyway, I think we're in for a great morning. It's beautiful. I sit here a lot and don't see much deer, but I know at some point, I'm bound to sit here and have a good morning because there's a ton of deer in here, and this is a great spot. So hopefully this morning is that morning. We'll see. Been a pretty good morning so far. I think I've seen, seen about 6 deer. That first 8-pointer was a nice deer. I think he's a 3-year-old. He may even be a 2-year-old. If he's a 2-year-old, he's a really good 2-year-old. But pretty chocolate horns. That deer's been pretty much all over this central part of the property the last few days. A lot of people in the club have seen him. Thankfully, everybody's passing him up. He's a great deer. He'd be a good buck for like a kid to shoot or something like that. Make sure this is the same 4-pointer. And it is. And I've seen that little 4-point and a button buck and 3 does, which I think one of the does was a button buck. But so pretty cool overall. This little 4-point's like ruling the roost in here. Chasing does all over. Pretty cool. I really do think that maybe the movement will continue throughout the morning, because this is one of those mornings where it's really cold in the first part of the year, first part of the season, when it's in the low to mid 40s like this in the mornings. they tend to move a little later, which I didn't see the first deer. The first deer I saw was at 8 born until about 8:10. It's about 8:40 right now. So, really fun though. It's always fun to see deer and see rutting activity and stuff. And this is just a beautiful spot. I knew it was a good spot. I just have never had really good luck here like this morning. So, it's good. I mean, honestly, it could be the morning little Rick shows up in here. Many deers I've seen so far. Anyway, I'll shut her down and keep hunting. Beautiful out this morning. You gotta be kidding me. The one deer I wanted to kill. Dad, I wish you were sitting there. I ain't gonna lie, I was on my phone. And I looked up, y'all, and he's standing right here at 25 yards. That's the deer, the one deer on the whole place that I wanted to kill, the only one. 10 o'clock. Calling the old man. Thank y'all for watching. What a past 24 hours. Well, I just pounded him, son.
Dad, I wish you were sitting here. I'm so sorry.
You please give me that horseshoe?
I'm so sorry. Dude, I looked up and he's standing 20 yards right here behind the corn pile. The only deer that came to the corn pile the whole morning.
So you talking about on that road right there?
Yeah, I was on the phone. I was texting Ann and I looked up and I was like, and I just saw, I knew it was a buck, a good one, but he didn't look big because he was looking at me, like looking in my direction. He was tight. And I said, oh my God, is that him? And he turned
So,
sideways and I saw them forks and I was like, you gotta be kidding me right now.
well, we're done for this place, man. We got to get Ashley to go on and try to kill this other
I
buck.
almost feel bad, really. I wish you were
No,
sitting here,
no,
Dad.
no.
I'm so sorry. That's the one
The only
deer.
way you should feel bad is if you check the cameras here and there was nothing here yesterday, but there were deer there yesterday. That's when you should feel bad.
Well, I didn't. You know, the camera it hadn't the batteries were dead, so I didn't know if he's been in here or not.
Well, the cool thing is that stand is.
Well, I'm going to get the mule now. Pick up my dad. There's times, guys, where I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that wish I wouldn't have shot that deer, because I want other people to have opportunities too, but that's the biggest buck of my life. I just killed him. And it's just so crazy how we hunt for these deer. I mean, there's every single person, so all 7 people that are in this hunting club are intensely hunting that deer. And I just killed the buck of a lifetime yesterday. Biggest 6-pointer I've ever seen. And then I just killed a 14-pointer. So within the span of less than 16 hours, I killed some of the prettiest buck I've ever killed and the biggest buck I've ever killed. I don't even know what to say, y'all. I'm just so blessed. I was about to get down, honestly, and he showed up. Only deer that came to the corn all morning. Kind of interesting there too about that. Wow. I wish my dad was sitting there. I really, really do. I feel that's what the part of me that feels right there is. I wish he was sitting there and we went back and forth about him going there, and he wanted to go to this other spot where this other big 8's been showing. And that's one thing that saddens me, I guess, is I wish he was there instead of me, but it is what it is. But saying all that, I'm excited too.
Alright guys, well, here we are with old Little Rick here, is what we call him. It's a beautiful buck. I've never seen or killed a buck around here with this much character. He's got 14 points in total, and not really an enormous deer, but with all the kickers and mass and everything he has, he's only probably 12 or 13 inches wide, as I was saying in the stand this morning before I shot him. But I mean, incredible buck with all the character like that. I mean, it's really probably a buck I'll never see anything like this again around here with this many points and stickers and stuff. But this is a 4-year-old buck. We got a lot of history with him from last year. Nobody ever saw the deer, I don't think. He was an extremely nocturnal deer, and even as a 3-year-old, and he was just a clean 10. The same frame he has now. He's maybe a little wider this year, and he just threw all these extras, which was really, really cool to see during the summer when he first showed up. But just a phenomenal buck, and I really can't thank my dad and other guys in the club enough. We've all been hunting this deer, but mostly everybody's been pretty much communicative on where the deer's been going and where he's been moving, and we've all kind of worked together. And I tell you what, I just am very fortunate. As I stated earlier, I really wish Dad was sitting there in that stand, or even someone else in the club who hadn't killed a buck, but I just don't know how you pass up a buck like that. I mean, it's probably a once-in-a-lifetime type deer with this type of trash and stuff, and you know, and with the history we've had with him, I was very happy to take him. But just an awesome morning. We had some incredible action, bucks chasing does this morning, all kinds of different bucks, and at 10 o'clock he rolled out and was the only deer to come to the corn pile, ironically enough. And he's a homeboy. He's lived in this block of timber probably, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 years. We've had pictures of him, and I've been watching him grow, and it's just been a fun process. And I'll certainly miss having him around, and I'm sure everybody else will too. But we have ended the saga with Little Rick, and I'm sure in the next year or two there'll be another Little Rick come around and replace him, and create some more stories and memories for us all here at the club to share. So thanks again, guys, for joining us. What an incredible 24 hours I've had, and I'm truly blessed. So thanks again, guys, for joining us here on Cut 4, and we'll see y'all in the next one.